Hello everyone, welcome back to Changfied YouTube channel, your trusted source for latest update across South Sudan and beyond. We have a breaking update. According to this report, SSPDF, South Sudan People Defense Force, reportedly takes control of Lankien. Lankien is an important town in Ural County in northern Jonglei State. According to authorities, government force took control of the town after clash with SPLIO forces. Nyamalo Intishot, the Jonglei State Information Minister under SSPDF, said opposition fighter left the area on Tuesday. She said the county headquarters and nearby villages were calm after the fighting. According to her account, SPLIO forces left the town and moved toward Shilpayam. She also said residents had started returning to their home. According to her, the state minister claimed that the opposition forces left the town. However, she did not provide a confirmed number of casualties between the SPLIO and SSPDF. She also said government forces captured weapons and ammunition. This claim came from the government side and should be understood as such. At the time of the report, SPLIO under Dr. Machar, official in Ural County, had not publicly provide their version of what happened. Because of that, some detail remain unconfirmed. Let's look at the report here. An eyewitness identified as Busjal also described the fighting. According to his account, he said the clash happened around midday while heavy rain was falling. The rain was falling. He said government forces eventually took control of the town. The eyewitnesses also reported that 2 vehicles and several weapons were captured. However, he said the situation remained tense. According to him, there was concern among residents that opposition force might attempt a counter-attack. This is important. Taking control of a town does not always mean that the wider area has become completely secure. Army group may withdraw and later reorganize again. Fighting may also move from a town into nearby villages or rural areas. For civilians, this uncertainty can create fear. People may not know whether it is safe to return home or not. Families may worry that another attack could happen. That is why the situation in Lankien will need to be closely watched. A soldier associated with the SSPDF, South Sudan People Defense Force, also posted videos on social media announcing that government forces are taking control of Lankien. Social media has become an important source of information during conflict, but it can also create confusion. Videos may show only one part of a larger event. Some may be whole, others may lack clear information about when or where they were recorded. For this reason, battlefield claims should be treated carefully until more information become available. At the time of the report, the government side said it controlled Lankien. The SPLIO, which is the opposition side, had not yet publicly responded to those claims. Jonglei, the fighting in Lankien did not happen in isolation. It came during a period of growing tension in northern Jonglei State. Less than a week earlier, the government appointed commissioner of Akuba County was reportedly killed during an attack on Walgak. The attack was attributed to SPLIO fighters. Now fighting has been reported in Lankien. This development are increasing fear that violence could spread to more areas. The National Civil Society Coalition recently warned about the risk of renewed violence in northern Jonglei. The group called on the parties to choose dialogue instead of military confrontation. That message is important because South Sudan has already experienced a year of conflict. The country knows the human cause of war. When political disagreement become military confrontation, ordinary civilians often suffer the most. When army forces fight for control of a town, civilians face many dangers. Families may be forced to leave their home. Market may close. The school may stop operating. Health service may be interrupted. Food supplies may become difficult to find. Road may become unsafe. People who depend on farming on cattle may lose access to their livelihood. Even after the shooting is stopped, fear can remain. Residents may worry about revenge attack. They may fear arrest. They may be afraid to return home because they do not know whether more fighting will happen. This is why military victory alone cannot create a lasting peace. A town can be captured. A military position can change hands, but the political problem behind the conflict may remain. If those problems are not addressed, violence can return. The event in Lankien should remind leaders on all sides of a simple truth. South Sudan's problem cannot be solved only through weapons. The country has experienced too much violence. Ever now confrontation creates more fear. Every new confrontation, it could create something else. Every new displacement add to the suffering of families. Every death leave another family in pain. Political leaders may disagree. Military commander may have different loyalties. Communities may have real grievances. But dialogue remains necessary. This does not mean ignoring crime. It does not mean avoiding accountability. It means recognizing that endless fighting cannot build a stable country. The government and opposition group must find way to address their disagreement through political and peaceful process. At first, we all understand the court case in Juba and the fighting in Lankien may appear to be completely separate stories, but they reflect a wider national problem. In Juba, political and military disputes are being addressed through a highly sensitive court case. In Jonglei, army forces are again fighting for control of territory. Both developments show how fragile the political and security situation remain. The country needs institutions that people can trust. It needs courts that are seen as fair. It needs political dialogue. It needs security for that protect civilians. It needs leaders, who understand that another large conflict would bring terrible consequences. The question is whether South Sudan's leader can manage their differences without allowing the country to return to wider violence. So, in the case involving Gadwi Lampoch, the next important step is expected on Friday, July 17. The court is expected to question him about his defense submission. The judge will consider his argument. His request to dismiss the charges will also remain an important issue. The court may have to consider several questions. Did the prosecution present enough evidence to continue the case against him? Can the digital evidence be trusted? Was the mobile phone handled properly? Can the forensic report be accepted? Does parliamentary immunity apply to any of the statements connected to the case? These are legal questions before the judge to decide. The public will be watching closely. If you are new to Changfied YouTube channel, I would like you to YouTube channel by subscribing, turn on the notification bell so whenever we upload a new video, you can be notified. Thank you for watching and bye-bye.